Hello and thank you so much for joining me. Today we are going to be doing a manga haul. Yay! So I went manga shopping this weekend just been, and I took some friends from work. I've managed to get one of them into manga, and I took a manga shopping and it was magical. We had a wonderful time and I very much went overboard, as you can see. What I had decided before going was that I wanted to try and buy up a whole bunch of Viz if I could. A lot of Viz seems to be getting harder to find. There are some series where I got gaps, and I just wanted to try and catch up on some other ones as well. And Viz is generally cheaper anyway, so weirdly this worked out cheaper than some of my other manga hauls where I've gotten a lot less, because I focused on getting Viz more than anything. There are non-Viz volumes in here, they're mostly Viz. Because I only went shopping like 2 days ago, I haven't read much of this at all yet. I do plan to, of course, I've just not yet had the time. So there's only like one or two I'm going to be able to talk about when I go through them. This is primarily just showing you what I've bought, and when I have read them I'll start doing more of my review videos, which is the plan. I've done only one so far, and that was on Kaguya-sama Love is War, but I really want to do a whole bunch more of those. And so yep, stay tuned for those. I'm writing scripts for them because I always forget things to say, and that just takes a little bit more time than usual, but they are definitely coming, and just yeah, stay tuned. So let's get stuck into the manga before I keep rambling on about something else. So first thing we've got here is the case study of Venetus Volume 4. I don't have Volume 3, I only have Volumes 1 and 2, but this has been really hard to find so far. And oh my gosh, look at that cover. That cover is gorgeous. Ooh, look at those colours. I think her hair is amazing. It makes me want to have bright pink hair, but I'm not sure I could get my hair that light, it's so dark. But yes, and also they're so thick. I really do feel like I get most money's worth with a case study of Venetus volume. But yeah, so I've picked this up. I'm going to keep an eye out for Volume 3, but I'm just glad I was able to find it. Is I think why I was so happy and why I picked it up. Next we have Chainsaw Man Volume 5. I don't have Volume 4. Chainsaw Man, unfortunately, has been one of the series at the moment that's been hit quite hard by scalpers, and there's high demand. Everyone's all over it. When I was in Travelling Man, guy came out of the back room with a big stack of them, and I was like, oh my gosh, I want a volume. But I didn't want to just take it out of his hands, so I was just sort of awkwardly waiting for him to put them out on the shelves on like all the tables in the middle of the room. And I think he noticed, and then it got really awkward, so I was trying desperately to like look anywhere else while I just waited, and then he backed away. I was like, yes. So bright and colourful and rainbow, and you know I love rainbows and colour. This is probably going to be my favourite cover already, even though half the series hasn't been published yet, or in English I think, I don't know. But yeah, oh, it's so good. I'm so happy to have it, and I paid regular price, 3 for 2 price, because don't pay scalpers, please. I'll never forgive you if you buy manga at scalper prices. So next we have Kiss Me at the Stroke of Midnight Volume 1. I understand this is a shoujo. I think it might be a high school shoujo. I've seen a lot of people talking about it, but never happened upon Volume 1 at all. It was always like 5 onwards, which is no help when I want to read it. So I grabbed it the moment I saw Volume 1. I know nothing else about it, other than I think a lot of people are really grumpy that the latest volume release date got pushed back to January 2022. But as I haven't started reading it yet, I don't know. Maybe I'll catch up and I'll be like, oh, pesky, this publisher, Kodansha. Right, next we have 3 volumes of Golden Camry. We have 8, 10 and 11, so I am missing I'm missing 7 and 9. Yes, I have 1 through 6 and now 8, 10, 11. I couldn't see, I don't think I saw 7 in either store when I was there, otherwise I would have picked it up. So I just want to catch up with the series at this point. It's somewhere in the 20s. I just want to catch up because I've really enjoyed what I've read so far, and I'm a bit behind. And the bigger Viz volumes, so they're a bit more expensive, though they're only $8.99, so it's 3 for 2. It works out like £6 something, £6? £6? Yeah, £6, just about. Can I do my maths? Just. So yeah, I just want to try and catch up with the series at this point. They do have nicely coloured spines, though I've got a gold and a silver, which is less interesting to me. I've got a yellow. Yellow spines are usually the hardest to find. You don't get as many yellow spines. But yes. Next, we have Children of the Whales Volume 9. So I have 1 through 8, 10 and 12, because I bought 10 and 12 second hand at like 3, 4, 6, 5 £5 each? £5 each. So I bought volume 9 so I can fill a gap, which is really exciting. The friend that I went shopping with, she's loving this series. She picked up volume 15. She's ahead of me. And she started on, because I mentioned it on one of my videos. Yeah, so I need to catch up with her is what I need to do. I'm sorry, Daria. But I need to catch up with her so I can talk to her about the series is what I need to do. Look at those covers. Some of the prettiest covers, I think, in manga. Children of the Whales. Next, we have Hell's Paradise Volume 6 and 7. So I haven't caught up with what I own yet, but when I saw them, I was like, well then I can catch up with what's available, which always makes me happy. So I can now blitz through a few more volumes to what's out. I think 8 might be out in the States at the moment. I'm not sure yet. Because I've been behind, I've not really kept up to date with what's out. But I think that might be it so far. It's not a very long series from my understanding. It's 11 or 13 volumes. I can never remember the exact number. I usually get one of the numbers. One of the numbers is usually correct, but then I doubt myself. And I'm like, or is it this number? It's always, I can tell if it's an odd or an even, usually. But it's like, is it that one or that one? That one or that one? I can't remember. Little saddened by the colours of the spines, that we've got a brown and a black. I'd love it if they were brighter, but that cover is nice and wonderfully bright. So that makes up for it, just about. Though it is a sad crying child. Oh well. Next we have Azadora Volume 2. If you watched my last manga shopping haul video, I bought Volume 1 and read it and was like, I really enjoyed it, but I have no idea what happened, but it was great. But I don't know what the story is. So of course I went, well, I need to read more of this story, whatever it may be. And so yeah, Volume 2. I think there's only 2 volumes out in English, and it's also got the funky, so funky, oh, it's so weird, this is strange. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do with you? This is strange. Yep, I can't wait to see what happens at all, because it started to get weird at the end of Volume 1 and then it stopped. So I want to see what else happens with the weirdness. Next we have, oh my gosh, Jujitsukai in Volume 5. Travelling Man, absolute star. They had a whole bunch of Jujitsukai. I think they had 3 through 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've been on the lookout for Volume 5 for about 6 months now. When did it? Yeah, 6 months. It's been out of stock. It's, yeah, everywhere. Like, every time I look on Amazon, I could never find the English version. I could only find German. I was like, I don't want German, I want English. So I saw this and I was so excited. So I'm now only missing Volume 7 and Volume 0. I'm not sure if 10's come out in the UK. It will be soon if it hasn't already, so I'll also be missing that. I can now read a bunch more, which is nice. I can read 2 more volumes. Excite. Yay. That made me really happy as well to grab that and Chainsaw Man. I was like, yes, the scalpers haven't won. Next we have Defrag Volume 7. So I didn't actually buy this as part of a 3 of 2. I don't know if you can quite make them out, but they had a mini, like, reduced section at the entrance to Forbidden Planet, and this was £5, which makes it about half price. Part of me is like, what's wrong with it? Why is it half price? But I haven't noticed anything wrong with it yet. I'm worried I'm going to start reading, like, I don't know, there's duplicate pages, some of the pages aren't in English, there's missing pages, I don't know. But all I care about is I managed to get it cheap, and I wasn't going to pick it up, but yeah. I've been buying this series almost entirely secondhand, so this is probably one of the best volumes I'll own. It'll be the most newest, not battered. Yay. Next we have Durangos House Hunting Volume 5. This is such a wholesome fantasy series. It is just this dragon who isn't very dragon-like. They're very tame, they're very timid, and they just want a home. And they have a lot of adventurers that keep like knocking down his door when he tries to live somewhere, like to beat up the dragon, defeat the dragon. He's like, no, I just want to live my life and drink like some tea, have some cozy slippers, stuff like that. So he is on this quest to find a home, and he has happened upon a real estate agent who also happens to be a demon lord, because why not? You can have 2 jobs. And Volume 4 was amazing. We got all the backstory on the real estate agent / demon lord, how he became both of those things, and it was hilarious. And, like, how he became a demon lord was great. I loved it. So I do think they're quite thin for what you get. They are 7 Cs, but I'm enjoying it. It's funny. It's like a chill slice of life fantasy, I guess. Is that a genre? Is that a genre of what it is now? And yeah, I do like the colours. They're usually like quite nice colours, and the covers are good too. Excited. I think there might be a 6th volume out already, but I'm not sure if it's in the UK yet. I don't know. We'll see. I have Golden Japanesque. This one. A Splendid Yokohama Romance. So I'd been wanting to pick this up because I've seen a good few people say they really enjoyed it, and my last 2 manga shopping videos, so when I went in with the camera and filmed the shelves, I was watching the footage back. Both times I was like, they had volume 1 and I forgot it and I didn't pick it up, and this time I was like, I'm gonna pick it up, and they definitely had it. They also had volume 2, but I didn't want to throw myself in too much. I was also trying to avoid picking up too many non-viz volumes, which I have slightly failed. Actually, not too bad. I'll count at the end. So yeah, I was trying to limit myself a bit, but because I'd repeatedly seen this volume and forgotten to pick it up, I was like, I'm picking it up. Picking this series up. I believe it's a romance, because it's got a romance in the name. But other than that, don't know much at all in the slightest. So that'll be fun to read. So next I have 6 volumes of Tagamibaki, volumes 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20. I'm now only missing 2 volumes before I'm complete, and that's 9 and 10. Tagamibaki is one of the oldest series in my collection. Back in the day when I used to buy manga when I used to buy manga at a store in my local town for £2 each. That's right, you heard me, £2 a volume, brand new. I bought, I think, 3 or 4 volumes of Tagamibaki, none of which were volume 1, of course, and I just thought the artwork was gorgeous. I didn't follow the story at all because none of the volumes were in order, but it didn't matter to me back when I was 15, 16. I was reading just for the artwork. It was just so pretty. I was so absorbed. I just didn't realise, because I'd read Naruto and Love Hina, and they are pretty, but Tagamibaki is gorgeous. I mean, the covers are just so lovely, and they're also matte, which was most of the other manga I could find or see weren't matte. That wasn't much of a thing, so it was quite a novel thing. I'll be honest, when I got home with the tagamibaki and I put it on the shelves, I was like, yes, I'm complete. I've got all of it. And then I went to put it in my spreadsheet. I was like, wait a minute. This says I don't have 9 and 10. And then I ran back to my shelves and it was like, no, I don't. I don't have 9 and 10. What is wrong with me? So yeah, I do need 9 and 10 still, but I feel like I'll be more likely to pick them up. I was worried that tagamibaki is starting to get harder to find and I wouldn't be able to find it, especially the later volumes, but I mean Forbidden Planet had a whole bunch of these and I've bought some second hand, so I just need to keep an eye out for 2 more, and that's usually a lot more doable, especially Viz series where they're not too old, they're not quite at a point where it's out of print, hard to find. It'll just be, might need to do a bit more digging than I usually would, but I think they're still available on Prime. I just want them on sale is my issue. Right, on to the second stack. So we have on top Dive Volume 3. This is the final volume in the series. It is, would you believe it, a series about diving. I bought Volume 1 ages ago from Travelling Man because they had it for like 25% off, 75% off, and was it 75% off or 50% off? It was better than 3 for 2. I picked it up and it was better than 3 for 2. And it's been ages, I just didn't read it. And then a couple of months ago I read it and I was like, actually that was really good. And so I've picked up Volume 2 and now I've got Volume 3. And yeah, it's really good. I've enjoyed it. There's just a whole bunch of stuff about diving. And as this is the final volume, I feel like there's not too much that's been dragged out. Some series do that. This is going to be the first sports series that I'll have finished. I haven't read too many sports series. I'm trying to collect haiku, but I'm not buying that sequentially. Grand Blue Dreaming is a diving manga, but it's diving is like secondary in the story. So this is going to be like the first one I'll have wrapped up and finished completely, which I'm looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to this volume. It's a lot thicker than the other 2 as well, which is nice. This is meant to be like my standard size volumes. These are the bigger volumes, but I don't have as many bigger volumes, so I might need to start sharing the load. We'll see. So next we have Pokemon Adventures Volume 12. Pokemon Adventures is a series I've been buying predominantly secondhand. They have started printing sort of fancy, thicker omnibus collector's editions, and they haven't said they're going to stop printing the singles as well, but they often do when they start printing new editions. And I prefer these, and I already started collecting these, so I'm trying to pick them up when I can. And I realised when I did my last shopping video as well and watched the footage that they had a volume in Forbidden Planet that I didn't have, so I was very, very lucky when I went back that they still had it. I think I'm missing like 3 volumes before I've got a straight 1 through 29, because of course they did. They decided to go back to Volume 1, and so I'm going for a section, so I'm going 1 through 29, which I think goes to the end of Leaf Green, I think. I'm not sure. I can't remember what it goes up to the end of. And then I'm going to start picking up the next bunches of Pokemon Adventures. I'm going to probably try and go for some box sets, but the Diamond and Pearl one is quite expensive. There's also 2 Diamond and Pearls to make it extra confusing. There's Pokemon Adventures Diamond and Pearl, and then just Diamond and Pearl. It's like another one on its own, because why not? Yeah, so very excited. I now have like 1 through 14 as a streak, and I think I'm missing 15, 18, 20, 21. I think that's it. Next, I have My Love Story Volumes 4, 11, 12 and 13. I read Volume 1 of this and it was super, super sweet and lovely, and because I wanted to pick up some more Viz series that I want to read more of, I decided to grab some of these even though they're out of order. They did actually have a straight 4 through 13, but I didn't want to grab that many of one series. Quite often when I do hauls, you've probably noticed by now, I like to go all over the place. I won't have a haul of like, I've hauled all of Hunter x Hunter. I'll have like 1 volume of Hunter x Hunter and 1 volume of this and 1 volume of that. So I actually decided to grab the last 3 volumes of My Love Story because my understanding is they're a lot harder to find at the moment. I'm not sure why, just they are. So I wanted to grab those when I could see them, because I think even on Amazon volume 13 has been quite hard to find. So I should be good to go. I just need to get the earlier ones, and I'll be all sorted. Another high school romance, and yeah, it was so sweet. It was so sweet. Next we have Requiem of the Rose King Volume 4. I have volumes 1, 4 and 8 now. This has been remarkably hard to find as well. I can't find 2 and 3 anywhere at the moment, or on sale is my other issue because I'm cheap. I really quite enjoyed volume 1. I was a bit unsure at first, but I want to read more to see what happens, because a lot of people seem to enjoy it a lot. So I definitely want to give the series a real good chance. And it's set in Yorkshire. We're Yorkshire. I mean, we are. Yorkshire is represented by the white rose. We're Yorkshire. Although I'm fairly sure, I don't think this is how it went in my art history lessons, but oh well, this is starting to teeter. Next, we have... I feel like I just... I don't know really what else to say about this series. From everything I'd seen people talk about on Instagram, I thought it was like a comedy, like just taking the piss out of stuff. But it's quite serious, and I don't think I think because it was so serious I did find it funny. I was just very flummoxed by the whole thing. It is also very, very graphic in every way that you think it might be. There is absolutely no way in hell I'm going to open these pages at all. If you want to hear a better description, you should go check out a live stream I did with Geeky James and Himiko on my channel, which actually we did last night, and it was amazing, and we talked quite a bunch about this. I wonder if I've convinced them to pick it up themselves. That would be interesting. What actually really excited me about this when I bought it was in Travelling Man, and I'd gone up to the counter to pay, and I turned and they had this out and it was marked as 3 for 2, and I've never seen Travelling Man mark a non-viz as 3 for 2, and this is sublime. And I was really excited because Amazon had delayed my order and it was 3 for 2, and I was so excited, and I bounded up to it, and I was like, yes, and turned to my friends and I was like, look, it's this, really loudly, and I just didn't realise what I was doing, and I was so excited, and that poor person at the till, and then we got outside and my friend was like, you realise that you just excitedly ran at this, grabbed it, looked at me and started shouting the name of the volume. I was like, oh yeah, I did do that, didn't I? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not going to say I'm going to recommend it or anything. I found it hilarious because I was just so surprised. It's very graphic, yeah, and I'm going to leave it at that, and yeah. Okay, next we have O Maidens in Your Savage Season Volume 7. This is the penultimate volume. There is only one more volume left, and I would have picked it up if they had it in stock, but they didn't. Actually, my friend picked up Volume 1 and 2, and I really hope by the time this video goes out you've read it and you tell me what you think about it. Though I do talk to you a lot, so you could just tell me instead of me asking you through one of my videos. This is things are heating up. There's a lot of tension, things are going wrong, something quite bad's gone wrong at the end. It's as it's a high school, the teenagers, everything's a lot more dramatic than it probably needs to be, but I read through it so quickly, though to be fair, half of that is because the pages are like, there's nothing on them. There's no text, it takes no time to get through them at all. But I really enjoyed it. I'm starting to question whether or not it's worth it just because of how little there is on a bunch of the pages. I definitely need to give it a few rereads for me to get my money's worth, but I definitely do plan on doing that. So, cool. Next we have Pluto Volume 6. It's got those things again. I'm not very far in Pluto at the moment, but there's only 8 volumes or 9 volumes. So I just kind of want to sweep it up, really. I don't think it's particularly hard to find. I'm just picking it up because I saw it. That's why. Do I need a reason? I don't need a reason. I don't need a reason. I just wanted to buy it. Next we have Haiku Volume 21, 23 and 31. As I repeatedly say in a haul with haiku, I'm really struggling to find a lot of volumes, so just buying them when I find them is what I'm going for. I think I have like 20 volumes now of haiku, ranging from volume 1 to volume 40. And I think it's 1 to 7 and then like 11. So I think it's going to be a while till I can read that. Volume 3 seems to be elusive. It just doesn't exist as far as I can tell. Oh, fine. Next we have Wave Listen to Me Volume 1. I've seen Meet the Weeb family talk about this one and enjoy this one, I think. But also I saw a few other people talk about it and it looks neat, and I thought the covers looked neat. And I don't really know much about it, but that is how I like to buy my manga. I like to go in completely blind and then be either pleasantly surprised or disappointed. And I'll let you know when I find out which it is. Oh, it's the same creator as Blade of the Immortal. There you go. We have learnt something new today. Or maybe you haven't, but I have. And some of you might have. Next we have... and I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce this, as I am with most of my manga. Enial and Duiala? Maybe? So my understanding is that this is the same author as Witch Hat Atelier, and I think the artwork in Witch Hat Atelier is gorgeous. Like, I don't think I'd care what the story is about. I would read it just for the art. The story is good too, don't get me wrong, but oh my god, the art is gorgeous. So when I realised that the author had another series, I was like, on it, yeah, definitely. And my understanding is it's Angels and Demons and Fashion, I think. It sounds neat, it sounds funny, and the artwork's gonna just, oof, yes. Okay, next we have Becca Monogatari, which I believe has light novels, it has anime, it's very much enjoyed and loved, and I've been looking out for volume 1 the past few times that I've gone shopping and they've not had it, so they had it this time, so I've grabbed it. You know what's put me off about it? It's the size of the volume. Like, here's a standard Viz volume. Look at this, there's like jutting. It juts out. What is that? And it's shorter than like a big volume. There's a bit of there. It's just an awkward size, and I don't like that. I like having my standard manga sizes. It's like, urgh. But I'm looking forward to read it. It's vertical. It's just vertical being weird, but I swear some of my other vertical volumes aren't like that. But oh well. Next we have The White Cat's Revenge as plotted from the Dragon King's Lap Volume 3. I don't think this has been out that long. It's an isekai, and I've been really enjoying Volume 1 and 2. She's like kinda OP in the fact that this land she's been isekai'd to really, it's like the magic's controlled by fairies, and the fairies really like her for some reason. We're not entirely sure why yet. Or have they explained? I can't remember. But like, it means that she's considered like godlike because all the magic can be controlled by her because the fairies like her and do what they're told. Yeah, so I'm excited to read volume 3. I didn't realise it was available. I think there's only 3 manga out at the moment, so who knows when we'll get a 4th. Isekai manga takes ages to come out usually. Next we have Mint Chocolate Volume 2. This seems to be a bit controversial in the community. It is a step-sibling romance. So far I've quite enjoyed it, it's just been a bit... I feel like there's not many things I won't read, even if they're a bit questionable. Maybe that says something about me. There is romance there before. It seems like there was romance before they were step-siblings, which I feel is like put there to make it okay. But I'm just going to keep reading because I do kind of like fluff, even if the reason then the pairing is a bit questionable. I also really like mint chocolate, which I think I said when I got volume 1. I love mint chocolate, and just that weirdly appeals that that's the title of the manga. So next we've got Samurai 8, The Tale of Hachimaru Volume 5. This is the last volume in the series, so I wanted to grab it. I didn't really enjoy Volume 1, to be honest. It's the same author as Naruto, and I wonder if it just like there was too much pressure on a second series with a new like IP, new universe, new world, new concepts, and I don't understand how it's going to wrap up in 5 volumes, what's happening, but I do want to give it a fair go, and it's only 5 volumes. I want to see what happens, for sure, because I do like their artwork as well, so yeah, that's slightly exciting I suppose. Next we've got So Cute It Hurts Volume 2. I bought Volume 3 for like £2 second hand, so I'm now just trying to buy volumes at 1 and 2 so I can at least read them, so I have a continuous set. So I've got Volume 2, they didn't have Volume 1, but I will grab it the moment that I can. I have no idea what it's about though, to be honest, because I haven't been able to read it. But yeah. And finally we have Welcome to the Ballroom Volume 1. I think this is the same author as Haiku, my understanding. It's another sports manga, but it's ballroom dancing, and it just sounded kind of neat, to be honest. It sounded dramatic and flamboyant, and I want to learn a bit more about dancing. I think that'll be really neat, and that's why I grabbed it. I haven't read it yet, but I will be excited when I do. So that was my manga shopping haul that I went on recently with my friend, and I did get a lot of manga, but it wasn't too bad because so much of it is Viz. It's not, yeah, it's mostly Viz, which means it's okay, right? Yeah, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, a comment and a subscribe. Depending on how I decide to do my schedule, my next video or the video after this one, either the next video or the one after that, is going to be a collection tour. I'm so excited. I haven't done one since December, and my collection has grown so much since then. I have so many different ideas of how I want to do it. I just need to settle on one and go for it. So yes, if you want to stay tuned for that, don't forget to subscribe so you'll be alerted when I post it. But otherwise, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye!